And then I think once you get back, I mean, the problem we see so many times is the lack of follow-up. It's the worst thing you can do, because you know, you've come back with potentially some warm leads, some conversations, some follow-up to do. And if you don't make the most of that fairly quickly, then those leads that maybe were hot or warm, gone, cold, dead, you know, and
yeah, and sometimes even with the follow-up, you can find, you know, that someone that you thought that was a cold lead might become like something warm. There might be an opportunity there that at the beginning or during a conversation you thought, oh, maybe this is not the right person. And then with the follow-up, things change and completely. And it's all about that building the relationship with those stakeholders, partners in the market.
Having done so many trade shows for clients over the years in different parts of the world, that it's the follow-up is key, and it's how you keep communicating. Yeah. I mean, from Gulf Food, for example, we follow up every single lead, and we do it several times and in different ways, so that we can make sure that we've tried our best, exhausted different opportunities.
It's difficult. I mean, we know that the main buyers from main retailers in a specific market, they will be like having, you know, thousands of emails, hundreds of emails the Monday or the next Monday after the trade show. We know that, but you know, you need to be very persistent.
Yeah, and use different ways. Like, you know, email tends to be, from a UK perspective, very much what we do. We send an email, we send our brochure, we send our information, and we wait. And it actually, you know, different parts of the world, they don't work very well on email, so pick up the phone. You know, I know that seems a bit of a foreign concept these days, but how about showing how interested you are? I mean, nothing is more powerful than taking the time to make a personal phone call to somebody. They can't ignore your call if they've picked it up, versus they can maybe not get back to you on email. WhatsApp is another great way that you can message people and you can see that they've read it or not. And you know, you have to try different ways of communicating and seeing, because ultimately it's how do they want to communicate as well. They may be interested, but they're not comfortable on email, they get too many emails, it's too onerous for them, they'd rather have a phone call. But if the interest is there and there's an opportunity to develop, then you should just keep working on it.
Obviously there are people that are saying to you, I'm not interested, and you know, that's fine, it's dead. But you know, you need to keep going, because some people, you know, they might not see your email, they might not be, you know,
in the country at the time.
Things can happen. So it's really important to, you know, keep an eye on main leads and your objectives at the end of the day.
You know, don't neglect the follow-up and the work and the persistence that is going to need. And it's something that we've helped clients with in the past, that they've needed that support with. They've not had the bandwidth to do it, and we can validate and help as well understand some of the contacts and connections that people have. I mean, I remember a while ago actually, and we started working with a client, and he'd had some leads from a show that were international. It was a UK show, but it was he had some international leads, and he didn't know how to follow them up, and he didn't have the time, and so he asked us to have a look at that for him. And you know, I saw one of them, and I knew from our connections, I was like, oh my gosh, this guy is interested. They're a very big company. And obviously he had no idea, but because of our insight, I was straight away knew that was a really good connection for them. And you know, that's developing, and we'll see what happens. But you know, that's where the value of keeping the persistence, the follow-up, and you know, sometimes using people like us and the services we can provide in a way that we can validate some of those leads and keep that communication going as well.